What's up, everybody? It's Joneser, your favorite comic book guy. And I've got a new Masterverse figure to show off today. We have got Buzz Off, new Eternius style. So, without further ado, what's up, everybody? It's Joneser, your favorite comic book guy.
Let's do this.
All right, well, before we get into Buzz Off here, we're going to have to take a word from our sponsors. This episode of Bo2 Joneser was brought to you by Manic Plastic Toy Shop. Manic Plastic Toy Shop for all your toy needs. You can find Manic Plastic Toy Shop on Facebook and Instagram, all your favorite social medias. He's even here on YouTube. So check out Manic Plastic Toy Shop. You'll never believe what I got at Manic Plastic Toy Shop. Oh my gosh, I got me a vintage attack track. Pretty cool. It even works and got the battery cover. And dude even threw in a sticker sheet with instructions. So can't wait to get that going. But wait, there's more. We also got a vintage clamp champ. I did not have one in my vintage collection. So now we're going to have to track down his little bits and parts. But hey, we got the figure here. We've got Extendar. Pretty excited about that. I never had one of those as a kid. Blast Attack, another figure I didn't think I'd get in my collection. You know, he's getting harder and harder to find these, especially at a reasonable price. That's why I definitely recommend Manic Plastic Toy Shop. We also got Dragster and Squeeze. So I am one happy Joneser. I give a glowing recommendation to Manic Plastic Toy Shop. If you're looking to get some vintage toys, he's got more than just He-Man. We've got the Marvel, Thundercats, all kinds of cool stuff. So check him out, Manic Plastic Toy Shop. He also recently joined us here on Patreon. And so if you're looking like Manic Plastic Toy Shop to sponsor our channel, please check us out in Patreon. The links to Manic Plastic Toy Shop and my Patreon are all in the description. And now, back to Buzz Off. And I'll buzz off. Well, the first time I saw Buzz Off was probably in this mini comic here. I think it was He-Man and the Insect People. It probably came with the Buzz Off action figure, or who knows. There was no method to the madness with those old mini comics. They just kind of threw them in at random. There's the heroic spy in the sky and the back of his card art, you know. Pretty cool. He also appeared in the Filmation show, and I remember this sequence really well as a kid because I remember being really worried about He-Man's armor straps there as Buzz Off was carrying him. Buzz Off had some bee people or whatever that were part of his tribe or whatever you call it. There wasn't a lot of character development back then. If there was any kind of character development for Buzz Off at all, it was in this mini comic, which came with Grizzlor, where Buzz Off was kind of given the personality trait of being one to tell tall tales. And he told the tale of Grizzlor, and then nobody believed him, which it was a kind of a lesson about lying, which was kind of funny because at the end of the day, he wasn't really lying. Grizzlor was real. But I digress. Anyways, when they moved on to the 2000X or 2002 show, Buzz Off was given a little more of an attitude and a little more of a personality. They updated the look to make him a little more insect-like, which I thought was really cool. Even gave him more of a bee sting-looking axe weapon. I still thought that helmet looked dumb. Then Classics came in, and then they did their thing, which I never had any Masters Universe Classics, but I have to say this figure looked cool because they kind of mixed the 2000X vibe with the new weapon and still had that classic vintage look about him. So I thought that was a very good job there, Mattel.
Well, here we go. We got Buzz Off, and he is still in his package. I wanted to show off here. Um, Looks like he comes with his little mask deal, which I was never a big fan of as a child. This is a little bit of a better look for it, I think. I guess we'll see when you get him out of box. Looks like more of the classic approach to the weapon. And, it's a decent face sculpt, but although a little weird, I think it kind of is a mismatch or a mix and match of the 2000X and vintage look. I'll have to see about that when we get him out. Here's some box art where it looks pretty cool. Got him there in the hive there. I'm wondering what this strap is on his armor. We'll have to see if that really looks better on or off. And then on the backs of the box art, we've got him in all his glory, weapon and mask, ready to fight. There is a neat little story here for the new Eternia version of Buzz Off, which you can pause the video and read that. They do mention the Eternian bee people as the Andrenids, which I believe the name was given to them in the film, at the Filmation show, the 2000X version of Buzz Off, where they had done some character development. But anyway, enough of me rambling and yapping. Let's get this guy out of the box. Wow. Are you guys seeing this? Because holy crap, I really like this figure. I'd have to say this is the first time Buzz Off, I think, looks better with the helmet on. I mean, that is cool. He's got that little articulating claw hand, which I think will be neat. I'm kind of sad that they didn't have that in the Origins figure, but it's great that it's here. I think these wings look super cool, and they're very posable. I'm going to get him spinning here on my little spinneroonie so you guys can kind of see everything that's going on with him. But man, this guy is awesome. He just really pops. I think he's got a really great look about him. Some new vibes with this whole new Eternia deal. And I'd have to say, as far as the Masterverse new Eternia, they're really knocking it out of the park. I mean, I think that's the superior version of these Masterverse figures or these new Eternias. They're just definitely hitting all the right buttons. It's definitely a love letter to the fans. So let me know what you guys think in the comments of them. What's your favorite version of Buzz Off? Is it the Origins, the Classic, the Vintage? We'll do a little, comparison time here later, but I really just want to dig deeper into this figure here. So we'll stop spinning him here. And here he is right in your living room, folks. Very cool. The wings move like this so I can get him doing bee things. And then they kind of turn and articulate. So very, very cool on the wings. We'll have to see if we can get some cool stop motion stuff going with them later. Helmet comes off and you can get this look about him. And we're going to see here in the back straps. I'm going to see if I can get this armor off and keep the wings on, or if it's a package deal here. So hold on a sec. Well, there we be. This armor comes off actually really easily. It's got a couple back straps, kind of reminiscent of the old vintage Masters of the Universe. And then you can have a more classic looking Buzz Off here. Very cool stuff. So let's compare him to his little bee brothers. Well, here we go. Earlier in the video, I asked you guys which version was your favorite, the Classics or the Origins or the Vintage or this one. Well, I don't have a Classics to show off here, but I do have the Origins and the Vintage. And I'd have to say the Origins and the Vintage look almost identical. Here's a Vintage Buzz Off with all his bits and pieces and the wings and how they attach and his little weird helmet thing, which I never liked. I mean, as a kid, like one of the first things I did was just take that off. I thought he looked much better like that. But he's got kind of a smiley, happy bee face. Doesn't look very angry Whereas then you move on to the origins here, and yeah, again, you've got that little smiley, happy bee face. Here they have the little holes so the mask will stay on a little better. Because the vintage one, as soon as you played with this thing, beat them together, that mask would just fall off. Whereas this one, you'd have to work a lot harder. And yeah, almost the same way the wings connect here. So, but you could close them up like that, and then you could have wings in a down position. Same for the vintage. And it looks like our new Buzz Off will do as such as well. So very cool. And I mentioned Pixel Dan earlier. I don't want you guys to take it as a knock or me like taking his system, doing the little comparison time deal. All of us toy reviewers or action figure reviewers, we're all kind of a little bite off of Pixel Dan, and I'm a huge fan, a subscriber to his channel. But I try to do these things in my own style, in my own way. So here's a little something that you aren't going to see on Pixel Dan's show.